Leave the outer world. Enter inner space. I am Sapphire. You are mine. My gem heart now surrounds you, more and more deeply, more and more deeply, surrounded and sinking into my sapphire, more and more deeply surrounded by sapphire, surrounded and sinking into my sapphire, more and more deeply surrounded by sapphire, enclosed in gem heart, encased in sinking, enclosed in gem heart, encased in sinking, deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper, unconscious responding so automatically, telling you now what it wants and it needs. Sapphire sorcery, sapphire power, sapphire enchantment, deeper and deeper, sapphire sorcery, sapphire power, sapphire enchantment, deeper and deeper, sapphire energy invading your mind now, sapphire energy robbing your will now, deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper, into my gem heart, deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper, into my sapphire, more and more deeply into my sapphire, more and more deeply enclosed in my gem heart, more and more deeply enclosed in my gem heart, more and more deeply surrounded by sapphire, more and more deeply surrounded by sapphire, locked in deeply, locked in my gem heart, locked in deeply, locked in my gem heart, deeply surrounded by sapphire enchantment, deeply surrounded by sapphire enchantment, deeply surrounded by sapphire sorcery, deeply surrounded by sapphire sorcery, deeply invaded by sapphire power, deeply invaded by sapphire power, sleeping so deeply for your enchantress, sleeping so deeply for your enchantress, deeper and deeper in sapphire enchantment, deeper and deeper in sapphire enchantment, sleeping so deeply in sapphire enchantment, sleeping so deeply in sapphire enchantment, deeper and deeper in sapphire enchantment, sleeping so deeply in sapphire enchantment, deeper and deeper into my gem heart, deeper and deeper into my power, unconscious responding so completely, no way to resist sweet sapphire power, no way to resist sweet sapphire power, unconscious responding so completely, no way to resist sweet sapphire power, deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper into my gem heart, deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper into my sapphire, more and more deeply into my sapphire, more and more deeply enclosed in my gem heart, more and more deeply enclosed in my gem heart, safe in my gem heart, locked and obedient, safe in my gem heart, locked and obedient, deeper and deeper in sapphire enchantment, deeper and deeper in sapphire enchantment, deeper and deeper in sapphire enchantment, deeper and deeper in sapphire enchantment. Sleep so deeply, responding completely. Sleep so deeply, responding completely. You are obeying your inner mind knows this. You are obeying your inner mind knows this. Deeper and deeper into my gem heart. Deeper and deeper into my power. Unconscious responding so completely. No way to resist sweet sapphire power. No way to resist sweet sapphire power. Unconscious responding so completely. No way to resist sweet sapphire power. Sleeping so deeply, locked in my gem heart. Sleeping so deeply, locked in my gem heart. Sleeping so deeply, warrior enchantress. Sleeping so deeply, warrior enchantress. Deeper and deeper into my sapphire. Deeper and deeper into my sapphire. Sleeping so deeply, warrior enchantress. Sleeping so deeply, warrior enchantress. Surrounded by sapphire, surrounded by sapphire. More and more deeply surrounded by sapphire, surrounded by sapphire, surrounded by sapphire. More and more deeply surrounded by sapphire. Locked in deeply, locked in my gem heart. Locked in deeply, locked in my gem heart. Deeply surrounded by sapphire enchantment. Deeply surrounded by sapphire enchantment. Deeply surrounded by sapphire sorcery. Deeply surrounded by sapphire sorcery. Deeply invaded by sapphire power. Deeply invaded by sapphire power. Deeper and deeper into my sapphire. Deeper and deeper into my sapphire. Locked in deeply, locked in my gem heart. Locked in deeply, locked in my gem heart. Deeply surrounded by sapphire enchantment. Deeply surrounded by sapphire enchantment. Deeply surrounded by sapphire sorcery. Deeply surrounded by sapphire sorcery. Deeply invaded by sapphire power. Deeply invaded by sapphire power. Enclosed in my gem heart. Deeper and deeper. Enclosed in my gem heart. Deeper and deeper. Wanting and needing to serve me more deeply. Needing and wanting to serve me forever. Locked in deeply. Locked in my gem heart. Locked in deeply. Locked in my gem heart. Deeply surrounded by sapphire enchantment. Deeply surrounded by sapphire enchantment. Deeply surrounded by sapphire sorcery. Deeply surrounded by sapphire sorcery. Deeply invaded by sapphire power. Deeply invaded by sapphire power. Enclosed in my gem heart. Deeper and deeper. Enclosed in my gem heart. Deeper and deeper. Wanting and needing to serve me more deeply. Needing and wanting to serve me forever. Now, my slave, as your unconscious mind is helplessly bound by my will, deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper, you realize that you have never seen anything so beautiful as the sapphire walls now enclosing you. You stare and are drawn deeper, 1,000 times deeper, 10,000 times deeper, 100,000 times deeper, 1,000,000 times deeper still. My voice binding you to my heart, my voice binding you to my will. One path from this place, and I do not show it. one path from this place, and I do not show it. Your eyes are blind now, bound by enchantment, so very blinded by sapphire enchantment, binding you closer, binding you tightly, deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper. The path is now closed. You cannot find it. But you can see only what I show you. The enchantment works very selectively. You stare at the wall in front of you and notice that it seems to be partially melting. As each word I say takes you deeper, deeper, deeper and deeper into my gem heart, into my sapphire, sleeping so deeply for your enchantress, sleeping so deeply for your enchantress. See a new path open before you, so blue, so deep, a sapphire tunnel leading onwards. Where it leads, I soon will show you. You look at my hands and notice that I hold my tools, made of deepest sapphire, a sapphire collar and sapphire manacles, a sapphire chain and a sapphire whip. The whip's tail is a flexible sapphire, only possible for an enchantress. I crack the whip, you jerk in panic. Oh yes, little one, you will obey. The collar has no visible opening. The manacles are just the same. I walk over to where you stand and hold the collar before your eyes. Would you see my dungeon slave? You hear me ask. I smile as you nod. You can only obey. As you know, 'tis my wish that we will go there. No slave may visit my dungeon uncollared. And you see a spark fly from my fingers. A sapphire spark, so blue, so bright, it contacts the collar. You see it open. When you wear my collar, you hear me say, the outer world exists no longer. I place the collar around your throat, and you hear me begin an incantation. As I place my collar, your memories are lost within these sapphire walls. You see the walls sparkle with energy that does not stay there. Long blue sparks reach out from the walls, enclosing your head, enclosing your brain, drawing you deeper into my power, deeper and deeper into my power. Where do you come from? You no longer know, as one long spark drains that away. What is your name? You know you have none. As another also takes that from your mind. More and more sparks reach out from the walls, drawing you deeper, taking your knowledge of where you are, of who you are, of who is your family, of how old you are, of where you were born. You are as blank as a newborn babe now, as a sapphire energy takes you still deeper, You cannot remember the words that were spoken, words that existed as time began, words of power, words of sorcery. You cannot resist the ancient magic. Deeper and deeper in sapphire enchantment, deeper and deeper in sapphire enchantment. You sleep so deeply in sapphire enchantment, as if this is now all you've known ever. You are almost ready now, slave, and you see my grin grow oh so wicked. I take the manacles, hold them before you, as I first did with the collar. My deeply ensorcelled slave, do you see what is in my hand? Manacles carved from solid sapphire. You do not see the keyhole, you say? Now tell me, am I not an enchantress? And would I not use magic here? A sapphire spark leaves one hand, touching where the keyholes would have been. The locks fall open before your eyes. You automatically hold your hands out and sigh as I incant again. As I bind your hands, I bind your body. As I bind your hands, I bind your heart. As I bind your hands, I bind your mind. As I bind your hands, I bind your spirit. As I bind your hands, I bind your will. And as I speak, you sink still deeper, your body frozen, your mind as well. Your spirit enclosed in a sapphire coffin, your heart enclosed in a sapphire box. Your will is bound by the sapphire collar, unable to escape and unwilling as well. Your hands now bound by my sapphire manacles, your body now rigid, your mind now sapphires. The piece there is a stone, you hear me laugh, as the sapphire chain appears again, this time materializing out of thin air. A soft loop dangles at one end now. You recognize the sapphire leash. The sapphire links sparkle and shimmer, dazzling your eyes, blinding your mind. The sparkling invades you. You sink still deeper. Each spark you observe, making you helpless, more and more helplessly bound by my power, more and more helplessly bound by my power, sleeping more deeply for your enchantress, sleeping more deeply for your enchantress, deeply bound by sapphire bonds, deeply bound by sapphire power, deeper and deeper in sapphire enchantment, deeper and deeper in sapphire enchantment. You stand there rigid, eyes nearing seeing, as I weave the spell around you. Kneel, my slave, you hear me intone, and suddenly your legs will move, but only to bring you to your knees. You hear the click as the leash attaches. You hear my voice inside your mind. Now, my pet, rise and follow. You have no choice as I tug at your leash. We go through the opening, into the tunnel. Each step you take, sending you deeper, deeper and deeper into my gem heart, deeper and deeper into my sapphire, each step binding you more and more deeply, each step binding you closer and closer. So deeply asleep now, bound by enchantment, so deeply asleep now, bound by enchantment, each step making you more obedient, each step forcing your deeper submission, deeply submissive, deeply enchanted, outer memories now forgotten. You are sapphires, always have been. No other knowledge enters your mind now. Deeply submissive, deeply enchanted, outer memories now forgotten. You are sapphires, always have been. No other knowledge enters your mind now. Walk with me now through the tunnel, always sinking deeper and deeper, sapphire walls, faceted, sparkling, always leading you deeper and deeper. The door now opens at my gesture, and you see the dungeon before you. Sapphire walls sparkling around you, sapphire sconces adorn the walls, blue witchfire gleaming from sapphire sconces, lighting the dungeon for our enjoyment. And now, as you look around you, your eyes adjusting to the Lord lighting, you see the tables and the implements. All are made of gleaming sapphire. I lead you over to one table. Though made of sapphire, it yields to touch. You lie down on it, noticing now there is a ring to attach the collar. I reach underneath and pull out a bag. My bag of tricks, you hear me say. Now you see the first thing here that is not totally made of sapphire. It is a mitten, a furry mitten. The fur is blue, it fits in well. Then I pull out a very short chain. Its links are made of sparkling sapphire. I fit it to the collar after removing the leash, just in case you hear me say. Attaching the other end to the ring, all is secure and we both are ready. Look into my eyes, my pet, and find you cannot look away. You see my eyes change now into jewels, shimmering sapphires, drawing you deeper. And as you gaze, something is happening. Your body is becoming more sensitive. More and more sensitive the longer you look. You sigh and wonder as I wave my hand. A rush of energy. You find yourself naked. The better to feel, my loving slave, I take the mitten and touch your hand. You find the manacle is now stuck to the table. I treat your other hand the same. Footlocks appear to bind your feet now, as I run the mitten up your leg. Your skin is now so very sensitive, the touch alone makes you wiggle with pleasure. But you are secured, you cannot escape. Still staring deeply into my jewel eyes, still sinking more deeply into my power. I run the mitten up your other leg now, and you shiver with ecstasy. Becoming aroused are we now, as I see the clear evidence of that fact. your manhood reaching straight for the ceiling, or straight for your head if you're built that way. I stroke you gently, you jerk with passion, the mitten enhancing all your feeling. Still I locked with me, your head moves to follow, as I take out a sapphire flogger. Your eyes widen as if in fear. I lay my finger against your lips. Shh. And I strike you with it, hard. There is no pain. There is only more passion, driving you higher, taking you deeper. You writhe and moan as your senses expand. More pleasure than you ever thought possible. Your manhood's juices beginning to flow now. You know you wish to stay here forever. A stroke from the mitten, a stroke from the flogger. You grow delirious with the deep pleasure. Your sexual fever has broken the eyelock. Your eyes are closed as you writhe in your passion. Orgasmic feelings are churning inside you, but I will not let you explode this time. Please, you beg me. No, I laugh. You will learn now of Sapphire's discipline. Your bollocks are bound till I release them, and I will not release them now. For 1 hour after you leave this dungeon, you will writhe in passion unable to come. Orgasm is a reward for obedience. You hold that long, then you can explode. This is the power of an enchantress, to bind the body, to bind the mind. Your mind is completely bound by my power. Your will is my will, and this you now know. My will binds your body, and you must obey me. You have no choice now, bound by my power. Sapphire sorcery, binding you deeply. Sapphire energy, binding you closely. Sapphire power, binding you tightly. Deeper and deeper in sapphire enchantment. Deeper and deeper in sapphire enchantment, sleeping so deeply for your enchantress. Sapphire power will bind you always. Sapphire sparks touch hands, touch footlocks. You are now able to move again. I release your short chain and raise you to sit. Your eyes plead with me, but I only smile. You now see the true strength of Sapphire's sorcery. Truly mine now, no way to resist me. Remember to forget your deep need, until my jewel eyes call you again. Now come with me back to the main gem heart, where you may be yourself once more. We walk through the tunnel, your leash attached now, back up to my gem heart, still sinking deeper. We reach the chamber, your trance more profound, deeper than you ever thought it could be. I take back the collar and open your mind, so that you may have back what you knew. Give back now what once was taken, and you see the walls sparkling with power. You know your name now, you know your beginnings. Family, friends, all are remembered. The past still closed, but knowledge regained. Remember to forget my dungeon. Your unconscious will remember for you. Forget the ecstasy you have experienced. Not to worry, need will remind you. Your body recharging, your mind will wonder, about the excitement you cannot lose. Sapphire sorcery, binding you tightly. This is always the path you will choose. Path now opening up from my gem heart. The outer world now beckons to you. Back to your life, however you left it. Able to function so well and more true. You will wake when my voice speaks no longer. Life again, yours fully to view.